I will quote it again to you. I will quote it again. Wait. You say no, so no problem.
I challenge you to show me where either in Hebrew Scripture or in the New Testament there is any evidence for oral law.
Okay, first of all, I will give you in Parashat Shoftim, in a chapter of Judges, this is what it says. Vaya bayom ha'u, and in that day, for any generations, as you know, the Torah refers to every generation, not only to the generation that receive it. So it says like this, if you have a question, and you came to the judge, or to the rabbis in your place, and you ask them what to do, everything they're going to teach you based on my Torah, you must listen to them. Do not move do not move even a bit, left or right. You must listen to everything they tell you. And right after that, skip a verse or two, and you'll see the end of these sentences. And if a person does not listen to the judges in the courts of every generation, he should be cleaned from the face of the earth, and he did not listen to the rabbis that are in charge of the Torah. Now I'm going to show you where Jesus himself agreed with that.
Wait a second.
Wait.
But you didn't even establish that that's talking about oral law, though. It has nothing to do with oral law.
Okay, tell me please, what's the meaning of the sentence, these are the Torahs and the laws and the sentences and the board of stone that I put in the hand of Moses in Mount Sinai. Torahs, plural. How? Torahs.
In Hebrew it means teaching.
No, wait.
Teachings. God gave Moshe many different teachings.
Okay, now when Torah in Hebrew, if you be a little bit more precise, in order for me to tell people, Torah means instruction. Okay, now please, I understand what I'm trying to explain. If a person wants to refer to one Torah, which is the written Torah, he uses the word Torah. If he wants to use for plural, he will use the word Torot. Torot, and this is what the Bible says. Those ele atorot.
Instructions.
No, you don't.
Teachings or instructions?
No, not true. Not correct.
That there is an oral
Not correct. Not correct. Because you have to remember, unlike in English you say instruction, instructions. But in Hebrew you don't use the same verses. This is what you say. Torah include thousands of instructions in the word Torah.
Right.
But Torahs mean two different kinds of instructions. Now I want to ask you a question. It's an intelligent, it's common sense question. You believe in the Old Testament like me, so we have an understanding on that issue, what I'm going to ask you. Comes God in front of the mountain, and you should also, I hope you agree with me, that from 80,000 religions and cults, the only religion that was given in front of millions of witnesses were the Jewish Torah. Not Christianity, not Islam, not Buddhism, and none of the 80,000 cults ever started in front of witnesses. Now, in the Torah, God comes, that will be a little long, so please bear with me. No, until now, wait, no, it's not fair, not fair. Everything now, I gave you permission to respond, and I will give you as long as you want to respond. And when you responded for 10, 20 minutes straight, I didn't say a word. So I gave you permission to finish your subject.
Time, we're going to need a time.
All right, but I would like to ask you this question. Are you denying the fact that Christianity started with a story of one woman that never had even one witness to her story? She comes and claims God came to her in a dream. It also happened to Muhammad. Muhammad came from the desert and he claimed that angel Gabriel gave him the Quran, which means, according to Christianity, it's possible that God will use a very strange way to come to a person in a dream or in hidden rooms and give him a book which is interested to publish to all the people in the world, but for whatever reason, he did exactly the opposite of his goal. Because if I would like to give instruction to all these large audience here tonight, I will not take one person and take him behind the scene and give him the instructions in a secret and then tell him, go convince the people that this is what I want from them. Why should I do it? as you saw in Mount Sinai, when God sent Moses to redeem the Jewish people from Egypt. He came to him in a burning bush, and he told him, I want you to go and save my nation from Egypt. Moses answered him this thing. Moses told him, I'm not interested. They won't believe in me. They will not believe me. They will say, God never spoke to you. If I would be God, thank God I'm not, but if I would be God, I would be very insulted. Why? If I have a righteous person that I want to make him my messenger, and I come to him and I speak to him finally for the first time in history, I reveal myself to a person, and I tell him, go and do ABC. And he begins to argue with me, no, they won't believe me. Right away, he has doubt in me. Why? Maybe I cannot do whatever I want, maybe I'm limited. You may expect God to come to Moses and say, don't be a chutzpan. What is this chutzpah? Just go and listen to what I told you. Abraham never asked question. Just do what I told you. No, that wasn't the response of God. Pay attention to the response of God. What did he say? You're right. I make a sign in front of everyone that they'll know that I sent you. When you gather the people around the mountain, I will speak to you in public that everybody will believe in you for eternity. Word by word, I'm quoting you the verse in the Torah. So what God told us is real opinion. My opinion is to serve my purpose. My purpose is that my children will follow my ways. As many places in the Torah it says, I wish that the Jews will be faithful and follow my laws. It's not so hard to keep it. It's not beyond the ocean. It's not above the sky.
Yosef, can I just interrupt you? I agree with everything you're saying.
I know. That part you should.
We have a saying, Christians have a saying, you're preaching to the choir.
No.
I am agreeing with the principle. And
I didn't say you don't. Actually, I started with the fact that you agree, but I'm getting to the point. This is all a preparation for the question. And I told you in advance that it's going to be long. So you cut me in the middle. And I told you that I'm going to give you as long as you need to respond to what I say. Even longer than mine.
Be asleep by then.
No, they're not. They're used to me already. Every average lecture of mine is 3 hours and up. So, yeah, even though sometimes they force me out by 10 o'clock, but that's okay. Now, I mean, I'm going to make it a little bit shorter. So the point that I'm trying to make is like this. God already told us that when He gives religion, He is not interested to give it to a person in a secret. It's going to defeat the purpose, not help the purpose. When Moses asked him, nobody believe in me, he said, I'm going to speak to you in front of them because I want them to believe in you. What makes us think that God changed His mind? God is not me and you that change the mind every 2 minutes. He already told us the way He's interested to give religion. Now, when a person asks you, how do you know the Jews received the Torah in Mount Sinai, and you yourself will answer it to your believers, you will tell them, because millions of Jews were standing and listening to God speaking to Moses. That's why we know for sure the Torah is from God. Do you have one witness, one person, not two? Even one, it's not enough. You always need minimum 2. Please tell me, do you have 2 witnesses that can come and swear that they heard God coming to Mary in a dream and tell her whatever the prophecy that you mentioned before? Or there is any 2 witnesses that God came to Muhammad and gave him the Quran? How is it possible that these people never thought to bring 2 or 3 or 5 witnesses to their story? Because everybody can say whatever you want. I had a dream. It's right away 50% doubt, forever. Tell me, please.
I can speak?
Please?
How long are you going to give me?
As long as you need.
You're not going to interrupt me?
That's I'm not promising.
We have to establish some better ground rules, I think.
Believe me, I'm trying. Please understand me.
And I agree with just about everything Yosef says. You know, I'll even go further. In Torah, it says that everything has to be established by 2 or 3 witnesses. And Jesus even said the same thing. He said, don't believe me if I'm just talking on my own, but believe me because of the evidences. And so I want to talk to you a little just a little bit about the evidences. Has anybody here read David Klinghoffer's book, Why the Jews Rejected Jesus? In page